All right, Business Owner Moms Edition, behind the scenes.
I'm wearing my glasses so I can see my notes.
All right. Here.
Views and opinions expressed by the following program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of the station or Webster Rocket Ministries, its management, or other hosts or underwriting sponsors. Programs presented by KWRHLB are for educational and purposes only.
Well, welcome to Time for Success, Business Owner Moms Edition, and this is Matt Barbie, your host, and I am a speaker, author, and business growth strategist, and with a passion for just helping, especially business owner moms and dads, be able to achieve what they want out of life through successful businesses. And so that's why we're here. And so we've got a fantastic guest, Linda Baker with Damsel in Distress. And Damsel in Defense. Oh man, she just gave me a nasty look. I said that every time. Because it's a thing. Don't be hating on me. Okay, Damsel in Defense.
There you go.
All right, thank you. Well, see, everybody's always nervous about coming on the show about making mistakes, and I'm just like, well, we're just gonna roll with it. So here, you know what? I just wanted to set the tone, and we're just gonna roll with it. I made the first one. I knocked it out of the way. We got that out of the way, so we can just roll with it. All right. So, Linda, pardon me, but so tell me a little bit more about your business and what you do.
Well, Damsel in Defense provides safety products for women.
Mm-hmm.
They provide everything from pepper sprays to
Great.
stun guns.
Yeah.
So,
So all sorts of you said something about the Kubitons too?
yes, we have Kubitons. It's a martial arts weapon.
Nice.
It's made of 100% army-grade aluminum.
Yeah.
And it's not just a pretty keychain holder. It is a weapon.
Yeah.
Although they do come in pretty colors.
Yeah, well, yeah, you've shown some. I've seen some. So they kind of look like a little pin, don't they?
They do.
So just like a little pin attached to your key string or your key chain. Key string. Who uses a string for keys? I don't know. So a keychain, and I guess it's kind of like it's a sharp pointy end on one end, so you can use it for striking purposes, right?
It is a striking tool, yes.
Yeah.
And it is to be taken seriously because it is a martial arts weapon, and they do martial arts instructors do teach you how to use a Kubiton.
Wow. Yeah, so that's some pretty serious stuff. But so all these self-defense products, I've heard some stories that you've shared because you're in a networking group with me.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me, what made you decide to go with Damsel in Defense and start your own business with them?
Well, my main objective was the idea to equip women with tools that would help to keep them safe.
Yeah.
Of course, the financial freedom is part of that also.
Of course, that's always our businesses, right?
It's always nice to make money.
Yes, of course.
But my main objective when discovering Damsel was to educate women on these products and to bring them awareness of a world that is no longer the 1940s.
Right. Well, even in the 1940s, I guess there were some risks, but now we hear about stuff all the time on Facebook, on TV, Amber Alerts come, directly to our phone. We're just sitting there and all of a sudden, we get this horrible sound on our phone, and it's good that we're bringing awareness to this and these things, and heck, the whole Me Too movement, just bringing more awareness to things that were just swept under the rug before.
That's right.
So, what you do is really powerful, and I think, what is it? Is it 1 out of 4 women?
Yes.
So what's that statistic? 1 out of 4 women are
sexually abused.
Yeah, sexually or abused or assaulted or
Yes.
in some way.
Yes, they are. And so it pays to be prepared. Excuse me.
Yeah, no kidding. So, I mean, you shared some stories recently. Like, what is one of the most powerful stories that you've heard that just really, I don't know, motivates you to keep going at it and keep educating women?
Well, the most recent story, sadly, is about the woman in the Catholic supply store.
Right.
I mean, who of us walk into any store and don't plan on walking back out?
Right. Yeah.
This poor woman was so caught off guard, and so that just broke my heart, and many others, because it has brought a lot of attention to women, not only in that area but in all areas.
Yeah.
To look at safety in a whole different light.
Yeah.
So that story alone is just a story of innocence versus.
So I mean, I think that what we see a lot of times, and what the risk is that we get into our daily habits and our
Right.
and we don't think about these kind of things, right?
And the main key to safety is just being aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
If when you walk into anywhere, you are aware of where the doors are, where the exits are, who's around you, the feeling of the place. If it doesn't feel right, get out of there.
Yeah.
So just being aware of your surroundings is the first key to safety.
Yeah. I know whenever I go into like a restaurant or something like that, I typically like to sit where I can kind of see the door, see the exit, just kind of see what's going on. Especially if I'm with my family, just because, there's that additional level of just wanting to make sure that everybody's safe. So,
Absolutely.
So what are some other tips that you might have? We're getting already into that, but we'll go some tips, and then we'll talk more family stuff here in a second too. Sorry, it is such an important topic, though.
It is.
That I think that it does warrant kind of digging into that a little bit more. So please tell me, what are some good safety tips for women or men? I mean, it happens to men as well.
It does, and for anyone, if you're walking unaware, and you're walking with your cell phone and you're on your phone and you are not paying attention to anything around you, that perpetrator is looking for you.
Yeah. You've made yourself a target.
Absolutely.
If they see you staring at your phone, which staring at your phone when it's at night, that also ruins your night vision, doesn't it?
Well, it does.
Yeah.
And you're certainly not seeing it as well at night, so you're not aware if there's someone following you or if there's someone in the car next to you when you get in.
Yeah.
So we always tell women, if they have a van parked next to them when they come back out to their car, to get in on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if they have a skirt on and how unladylike it looks. You just get in on the other side and crawl over that console and get into your seat, lock the doors, and pull away.
Yeah, because it only takes a moment for that door to open up, that sliding door to open up on that van.
That's right.
Somebody to grab you and pull you in. That's
right.
a good thing that most people probably wouldn't even think about that.
No, and the other thing is, when you do park your car in a parking lot, pull straight in. Don't get into a spot where you have to back out.
Oh,
because once you're in that spot, then if approached, you can just hit the gas and pull away.
Right.
Pull away from that whole situation.
Yeah. It's good to back into spots. And, it's funny because I've got a rear view cam on my car. And I think I've gotten worse at backing into spots. Because it should be that I've gotten better. But now, I don't pull far. So backing into spots or pulling through so that you don't have to back out, because that just decreases your visibility, or you can't see as well around you, right?
Well, you're just not aware of what's going on around you. I mean, you need to be focusing on that moment. Yeah. Not messing with bags, not messing with your phone. I know children can be a deterrent, but you still need to play it safe. Yeah.
Well, St. Louis, I believe, from what I understand, is a kind of unfortunately a very almost a hub, if you will, for sex trafficking.
Yes.
It's for whatever reason, St. Louis is a big place for that. So So especially here in St. Louis, I mean, we need to be really aware. I mean, I've heard stories of women with their kids in Walmart and just being
Right.
followed around and you know,
In the middle of the day.
yeah,
In the middle of the day, when you expect things to be safer,
right,
they really aren't anymore.
right.
So,
Yeah, people are very bold with it these days, so it's a good idea. I mean, you know, I'm not a big fan of fear mongering, right? And
right,
we should definitely approach the world, I think, from a place of love when we can. But at the same time, it doesn't hurt to be prepared, to just be aware.
exactly. And I don't like fear mongering either.
Right,
and
right.
Damsel definitely
Right.
discourages
Damsel in
it.
Defense, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Defense.
Defense.
Yes,
Not-
so you're
yes.
not in
So
distress.
you're not exactly not in
That's
distress.
right.
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes a story for some people to wake up to the fact that these things are real
Yeah,
and that they are happening,
Yeah.
and they're happening in your neighborhood too,
right.
not just in downtown St. Louis, but they're happening in Wentzville or St. Charles or
Right.
Webster Groves.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Areas that you would think are nice, safe,
Right.
good places. I mean,
Right.
so now let's circle back around a little bit to family. Tell me a
Okay.
little bit more about your family.
I'm married to a wonderful man,
Okay.
and I have 4 children,
Awesome.
and they're all married with children, so I'm a grandmother,
Great.
and so I thoroughly enjoy spending time with them, and being a grandma, that's a
Yeah.
whole new adventure.
How many grandchildren do you have?
I have 4.
4. Yeah.
So all boys. I would love a girl.
Right. Oh, just put it out there,
Yeah,
just in
just put it
case
out
you
there.
know
A
whenever
girl
you're
would be
listening. A
nice.
girl. Yeah. No
Yes.
pressure. No
Yeah.
pressure from anybody
Absolutely
specifically.
no pressure, but
Collectively on the group, there's a little bit of pressure, but any specific, just do.
you know what? Yeah, whatever.
So do they all live pretty close by? So,
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
that's great.
2 of my children live here. One
Okay.
is married to a Marine, and they are stationed in
yeah.
North Carolina at
Okay.
Camp Lejeune. And my son is a professor of psychology,
Oh wow.
and
that's great.
he's in Maine right now. So,
Okay.
but he's
Okay.
home for the holidays.
Oh, good. So what about your grandchildren now? Are they all
The-
pretty close by, or do you have some?
They are, and
Okay.
there's nothing I can say wrong about my grandchildren.
Of course,
They are
of
the
course.
most perfect grandchildren
Ever.
ever.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Of course. They can do no evil.
Absolutely not. They're wonderful.
Now, you don't spoil them, do you?
Oh, of course not.
No, right?
No.
You-
No. The first thing my 4-year-old grandson asked me is, "Did you bring me M&Ms?" Of course I did. I'm grandma.
Right. So now is Damsel in Defense and having your own kind of store with it, is this your first entrepreneurial endeavor?
No, I've been out there and tried some of the others that you are very common that you see.
Yeah.
But Damsel has a mission.
Yeah.
Damsel is just,
It's a deeper thing. for
it
you.
is very much
Yeah.
a deeper thing. It provides women with an education. It provides them with safety tools. I'm not,
Mhm.
not knocking any of the other things.
Right.
that are out
Other
there.
business opportunities.
Exactly.
Franchises or network marketing. I mean, but this, I think that I think one of the challenges with network marketing, oftentimes it's a very legitimate business for people who work at it as a business, just like anything else.
Yes.
But sometimes people don't necessarily connect the greater mission with their mission in life.
Right.
But it sounds to me like Damsel in Defense is something that very much connects to a personal mission
Yes,
for you.
it does. And as it did with the founders were 2 women who were just sitting around the kitchen table having conversation like you and I are,
Yeah.
and they came up with this idea to protect their children, and
That's right.
it just blossomed from there. And so I don't look at it as a real moneymaker for me.
Okay.
I look at it more as a mission to get the word out to as many women as I can.
Yeah.
to protect them so that they're
That's great.
aware of the dangers that are out there.
Yeah. So it is very much a passion project for you.
Very
Very
much.
deeply with the mission. Now, what was there a certain situation that kind of made Damsel in Defense just jump out at you? I mean, not with trying to do too much of a play on words, but you know what I mean.
Right. It kind of zapped me.
Right, that zapped you, right? Yeah, that Coupeton you. Wait,
Yeah,
that doesn't
jabbed
really
me.
work. There you go. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's when everything started to come alive in Ferguson.
Oh, yeah.
Things just it just got crazy, and I just began to look at going places in a totally different light, and
Yeah.
began to be afraid
Oh, yeah.
to actually go out to the grocery store.
Right.
So,
right.
so I looked into a safety product, and that's how I found Damsel.
Yeah.
And so, really, it's just that simple, and it's just bloomed from there.
Right. Yeah, because I mean the Ferguson situation, definitely not knocking any of the people's
No.
motives or anything like that, but there were some fringe things going on. You know, people kind of going out to other areas around St. Louis and
Right.
causing some kerfuffle. Is that the word that we can
Sure,
use?
that's a good word.
Yeah,
And
that's,
it's not just Ferguson. It's
Right,
just that
right.
was the Ferguson incident
right. They just kind of get you thinking
that
a little bit more.
kick-started me.
Yeah.
But no, it's everywhere.
But I mean, there's constantly stories
Yeah.
just going on. So.
I mean, in the Central West End, a lady was standing on a street corner, just waiting to cross the street,
Yeah,
when a car stopped and she was approached,
right.
and not by a man, but a woman.
Really?
So it's not always a man.
Yeah,
And so, she
Well.
she pretended to have a gun, which I'm not
Wow.
sure was a great situation for her. However,
well, if it saved her, I
it
guess.
did save her, the
Yeah,
woman,
that's-
and got back in the car and took off.
Wow. Well, I mean, I've seen some of these videos of some of these predators, especially related to the sex industry, the sex trade industry. Yeah, some of them are women. I mean, a lot of them are women, because, hey, they don't care. They're not
That's
connected
right.
with it. It's just a way for them to make money,
Right.
I guess,
And women can relate to each other. Another woman can be approached by a woman, and you make a new best friend.
Right, yeah. So
So-
it's very easy to put your guard down,
Hmm.
even around other women, or especially around other women, because you would assume that you're safe, but you're not always really safe.
Not always.
So now you said you got the 4 grandchildren. So do they each all have their own stun gun?
No.
Oh, okay, not yet.
Because they would stun each other for stealing their candy. Not a good scenario. No,
Okay.
no one under 18 is allowed. I'm not allowed to sell to anyone
Right,
under
right.
18. So no, they will not have one. What we do have though is a little personal alarm that a lot of kids put on their backpacks.
Okay.
So they if they're walking to school or just outside playing,
Yeah.
they can set that off. If there is a stranger and they felt stranger danger, they
Right.
could set that off, and it's very loud, so it's going to bring attention and alert others around them that there's a problem.
Yeah. I remember those things are pretty loud. When I was a kid and walking to and from school, my stepmother at the time gave me one of those alarms.
Oh.
So I remember that, and she probably wouldn't give me pepper spray because there was another time whenever I was just curious about the pepper spray that was in the car. And granted, I was like 11 or 12. So, I opened the car door. She was, in the grocery store. So I opened the car door to kind of just spray it out just because, I was bored, right?
Aw.
So what do you do, right? So I opened the car door, but it kind of blew back in the car.
Oh no.
And
Yeah.
so, the ride back, we were,
Yeah.
there was a little bit of the tearing in the
Yeah.
eyes and a little bit of pain. So, I wasn't going to get some pepper spray because it just, maybe I had breached the level of trust there with the pepper spray.
Well, let me tell you about Damsel's pepper spray.
Yeah.
It shoots 16 feet, so
Oh.
it gives you a distance
Yeah.
between you and your perpetrator. So
No
if you
kidding.
feel threatened, you twist that little knob on the top. You've got it right in your hand, and it's
Yeah.
one of the hottest pepper sprays on the market. It also has a UV dye in it, so
Nice.
it's going to turn your perpetrator orange immediately,
Yeah.
And he's going to light up for 7 days under a UV light. So there's no way he can deny that it was him. It was
Right.
not him.
Right.
So
That's pretty serious.
yeah, it is. And I mean, you always want to hit the face, eyes,
Yeah.
nose, and mouth. And
Yes.
it's not going to kill them, but they're not going to feel good.
Right. Right.
And that good thing about Damsel is if you ever have to use one in an incident, you make a police report and we'll send you another one free.
Really?
Absolutely.
Really?
Same with our stun guns.
Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty big. Yeah.
Yes.
To actually give you a free one if you use it.
Yes.
In defense, I mean that really, I think, speaks back to the mission of just trying to make sure that people are taken care of,
That's right.
and that they're aware of it. That's great. I didn't know that about that.
Yes, our stun guns too come with a lifetime guarantee. So
Oh, wow.
if you were to drop it in a altercation, or it's taken from you,
Yeah.
you just make a police report and Damsel
Right.
sends you another one free.
Right.
And yeah, don't stop and take a selfie and show everybody, look what I did. You want to stun and run.
Right. Stun and run.
Stun and
I
run.
like that. That's
Yes.
catchy.
Yes.
So, as you're growing your business, you want to spend time, obviously, with your grandchildren and not miss those important times in life. So, but I would imagine that if you're working with consumers who probably, they work during the day, sometimes get with
Yes.
people and talking with people, it kind of takes those evening hours. So how do you best manage, working the evening hours versus, spending time with the family?
Well, I don't.
Oh, okay.
It's my business,
Yeah.
so I get to work it the way I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And family time is spent in the evenings.
Okay.
So I'm free during the mornings and early afternoon. So what I
Yeah.
like to do is come into your office or your place of
Oh,
work. I
okay.
love to do a presentation on the products and give some
Mhm.
situational awareness tips. And I bring lunch or I'll bring breakfast.
Okay. Yeah.
So
What about like a light mid-afternoon snack? Would you,
Okay,
like,
sure.
maybe like a veggie tray.
sure, I'll do that. Sure. I have done things in the evening. I try not to, but
Yeah.
when I do, I bring wine and cheese.
Right. So
So-
you've kind of figured out a way
Yes.
that allows you to manage your time rather than just spending the time in the evenings. You go to offices. You kind of make it a fun event
I do.
that can be kind of a value add for an employer to have you come in. The employer shows, hey, I do care about your safety. It's probably a
That's
great
huge.
thing. Yeah, especially if they have employees going out to a dark parking lot working late at night.
Especially real estate agents.
Yeah.
who,
Oh, yeah.
who are
Yeah.
going into homes unexpected of what's inside.
Yeah.
They want to walk prepared.
Right. Wow. So real estate agents are probably a great group for you to reach out to.
Yes,
you,
and
actually.
I've done many presentations in offices
Yeah.
for real estate agents, and so I have a whole presentation ready for you. So
That's great. That's great. Well, presentation, but also I'm guessing that really the products kind of speak for themselves.
they do,
Right.
they do. The stun gun is amazing, and just the sound of it is a deterrent.
Right. Right. Oh yeah, because at the networking group, you brought one of the big stun
Yeah, you
like
liked
baton
that.
things, and that was awesome. It got people's attention very quickly during the
It
meeting.
does.
When sometimes it's hard to get people's attention at 7:00 in the morning. So that was fantastic.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Thank you. So, if somebody wants to learn a little bit more about your products, how do they get a hold of you? How do they reach out?
Well, they can reach me on my website, which
Great.
is mydamselpro.net/Linda Baker, Damsel Pro.
Awesome. Well, this has been Time for Success, Business Owner Moms Edition. And I had Linda Baker here with Damsel in Defense.
Defense.
Yes, thank you very much for being with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.